What is going on, everyone? I'm Brian.
And I'm Alex, and today we are here to talk about backpacking stoves.
Ooh.
So we have wanted to do this challenge for quite some time now. We're going to take a look at two relatively popular brands in the backpacking community, and then two lesser known brands that we're excited to show.
Yeah.
And what are we going to do, Brian?
We are going to test the Ozark Trail, which is about 15 bucks. Then a Firemaple stove, which is about 20 bucks. We've got the Snow Peaks, and I can't remember the model number of the Snow Peaks, but the Snow Peak stove, that's about 45 bucks, and then the MSR Pocket Rocket, which retails about 50 bucks. So yeah. I'm curious to see which one of these is gonna boil faster. I think that's kind of a good test to see. You wanna conserve your fuel as much as possible when you're on the trail.
How quick are you gonna get to eating or drinking your coffee?
Yeah, so man.
I think we're gonna do a head-to-head shootout. We're going to compare every single one of them based on the same metric as far as volume of water.
Yep.
And we're basically going to get it to kind of a rolling boil and see who gets there first.
And we're doing 2 cups, right?
I think
2 cups of water?
Maybe 1 cup? We can do 2 cups. 2 cups is probably more
accurate.
Yeah.
I think 2 cups is probably
more average to about what a
freeze-dried is. Yeah.
So we're going to do 2 cups.
2 cups, and let's see which one of these guys goes first.
Let's get into it.
Let's go. Alex, what did we learn today?
Well, Brian, we learned a lot of things. We learned that we were very surprised across the board.
I think I was pretty surprised, especially with these two here.
Same.
I knew what these two did, just because that's what I take. I take the MSR Pocket Rocket with me. I know Austin takes the Snow Peaks. We've seen that in action and know how that performs. But these two, the Firemaple and the Ozark Trail.
That's right.
Those ones
they performed really well.
They very well.
Yeah.
I liked that these ones also had the starter button on them. That's great.
The starter button, they all had the starter button except for the Pocket Rocket, which I think we kind of knew, and we typically have lighters for fires.
Yep.
I think what I learned, and the thing that I'm walking away with the most, is I think I came in with the expectation that I knew I liked the design of the Snow Peak.
Yeah.
I have the MSR and I like the function of it. I thought it was going to perform a lot faster than all of them combined.
Yeah.
But I think the lower kind of on the price spectrum were better performance than I had expected.
It was wild. I will say, you guys saw on the Ozark Trail one, it had a very wide
It was
flame.
Very hot too.
Yeah.
Like when
I felt bad for you doing that.
When I went to pull the cup out with the sleeve of the toques, it melted it more than it does typically with the other ones. So I will say
a wide berth.
Definitely for me personally, I wouldn't go there, but I think the thing I learned the most, and it's the most fascinating to me, is that I was hoping that one would just absolutely blow the others out of the water. And I think in turn, I don't really necessarily care about speed. So I think if I had to pick functional, I would actually, ironically enough, pick the slowest one from a speed perspective, which is the Snow Peak version. Because I liked the little arms on it. Were the most stable of all of them.
Definitely stable.
And it felt like my hand wasn't gonna get burnt off.
Yeah.
When I was pulling.
I think when it comes to the stability of each of the products, that definitely won. I would think that the Firemaple came in second. It had a pretty nice
big armature.
Big. And I think then it would be the MSR Pocket Rocket, and then the Ozark Trail. As you can kind of tell, I don't know if you can zoom in, one of the arms won't go back in. It's done. So
once it's open and you've used flame on it, it's open.
It worked.
Forever.
Yeah, so
but
keep
I would
that in
say
mind.
Otherwise, the build quality, all of them are pretty damn well built.
Yeah.
I mean, I think The MSR is probably what I would say is the most like indestructible. There's no frills to it. You have to light it with a lighter, but they're all pretty well built. And
I would say it's probably the lightest out of all of them, just based on not having that extra function of the automatic lighter on it, the push button lighter.
Right.
But I think if I were to pick one, I might go with the Firemaple. It was $15 on sale. It's $20 normally.
And this is the most expensive, and it's the one most of the people in our group have. So, and then just for reference, we do this a lot. So I was very curious about this. Usually we take a Tokes. Is this the 750, Brad? 750. Yeah. 750 milliliter. We stuff a gas can in the bottom, and then personally for me, because I have the Pocket Rocket, just drop that guy in there, and then I have my whole like cooking kit. But they all fit very comfortably. So using that as logic to buying one of these does not apply anymore. So even Sam Walton fits in there. Not a sponsored post.
So yeah, they all worked great. They all boiled water.
Yeah, tell us in the comments, is there one we haven't used? Is there something we should do another test against? This was really enlightening and fun.
Yeah, I had a good time. Thanks again. We'll see you later.
See you out there.